Joining me now is Mattie Duppler, Director of Budget and Regulatory Policy for Americans for Tax Reform.
Back on the health care law, though, Mattie, and you're a genius at this stuff. If you don't mind, just stick to this for then.
CBO has told us all along that at the 10-year period out from this law, we're still going to have around 30 million people who are uninsured. So the question is whether or not this law is sufficient to say that we have fixed the health care problems in the United States. And I would suggest it's not. 30 million people is far too many for a law that was supposed to be a comprehensive health care reform bill.
I want to get Mattie in the conversation here because she is truly an expert on the IRS.
If the 1% is to be blamed for the problems in New York, perhaps it's the policies that drive the 1% out of the city and into other states. Smart people need to disabuse themselves of the idea that spending more money means spending money well. We call it a tax expander. It's a refundable tax credit is what it is. So if you're in this higher income bracket, you're getting money back from your tax liability. If you don't have a tax liability, that's where the spending side comes in. I think a good place to start would be looking at our corporate income tax. We have the highest corporate income tax in the developed world. And at least right now, everyone now knows how expensive tax reform is.
This is the unicorn that Democrats keep saying is such a great deal. Why don't Republicans just take it? We've had two examples of when this has actually been tried and has failed. And what happened was these tax hikes were always real. The spending restraint never materializes.
We are finally looking at a federal government that is shrinking. That is something we haven't seen in the past 60 years to the effect that we're seeing it today. We need to move away from people saying it's never good enough to saying we are winning, how do we win more?
I'd like to see somebody from the right who gives a damn about civil liberties besides Rand Paul.
We used to have one. Who's yours?
What do you mean?
We have Rand Paul. Who's yours?
You're right.
These are all issues that affect middle income and lower income workers, and folks as well who are looking for jobs don't care what the minimum wage is if they don't have one. So these are all issues that are income inequality based, but they all come back to what Washington is doing to businesses, to families, and why people are in the situation where they can't provide for either of those.
Would you respond to that?
That was a lot.
Okay, well, quit throwing these facts back at me. Just go with the drama. Thank you very
Neil,
much.
how to do it?
No, you were terrific.